Okay. Okay, this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna read a little book called The Mental Laws. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Let me just find a good place to sit and get that reading started. Yeah, let's go over there. Nice place to sit. Okay, first of all, what is a mental law? A law is an unchanging principle that describes the way a phenomenon operates. And yeah, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and then I will continue. No, that was the wrong tree. Didn't want that one. This is the place. Okay, gonna show a friendly hand. Book reading. Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah, there are laws which describe the way physical phenomena operates, and here are the laws which describe the way mental phenomena operate. Whether a law is describing physical or mental phenomena, a law is always a description of an impersonal sequence of events which is not dependent on the person or people involved in that sequence of events. In addition, laws can be observed and confined by anyone. The law of gravity is a good example of a physical law. As you know, the law of gravity is impersonal and it's always operating. Because of this law, if you jump off a building, you will immediately fall to the ground. There are no exceptions for this law. It doesn't matter who you are, or how much money you have in the bank, or how famous you are, because the law is impersonal and operates regardless of the situation, time of year, or the people involved. There are no exceptions to the law. Another important thing about a law is that it is in operation whether you are aware of it or not. In other words, if you jump off, okay, let's see if we got a friendly one coming. Yeah. Hello there, my friend. Yeah, let's make a little bit of her heart. Oh, beautiful. Let me sit again. No, please don't kill me. All right. Maybe he wanna hear all about the laws. So, where did we come from? Yeah. Well, another kind of law here is that he's supposed to shoot me, but he's friendly. So, no, no. Well, that friendly he wasn't. Well, that's how it is sometimes. uh, let's see if we get a little bit lower next time. Well, at least we made him a good day. Maybe he can get the crown win. No crown win for me this time. Well, let's continue the read. Yeah. So another important thing about a law is that it's in operation whether you are aware of it or not. In other words, if you jump off, okay, there we have been reading. You're going to fall and hit the ground. The law doesn't care if you know about it or not. The law doesn't to just operate as it is a blind force of nature. Really hope they're gonna let me sit next this one. And the same goes for mental laws. They are impersonal and simply describe the way our mind works. Anyone can observe and confirm this information. So, when hearing about the mental laws in this book, it is a good idea to remember that laws are invisible principles that describes how phenomena behaves, and that laws operate automatically. You can't make them happen or not happen. Laws are impersonal. It doesn't matter who you are. Laws operate equally for all. And finally, laws are scientific. They can be observed and confirmed by anyone. So with this in mind, let's look at the mental laws. And Fortnite. Okay. Thoughts arise and disappear. First law. This is the first law because it describes an impersonal universal phenomenon which is true for everyone. No one knows why or where thoughts come from or what a thought is. But everyone has thoughts. This is the nature of life on this planet. You can observe and confirm this for yourself. You can test this and see if it's true or not for you. Okay, we're just gonna go down and find a little bit of place to sit. Oh, those crowns are dropping. So just gonna make a little bit an art. Yeah. Sit here. And take a good view of the car in the background. Jumping up and down. Okay. Well, if you want to see if it's true or not, here's what to do. Look at a white wall. Sit down on a chair. Yeah, just doing that. And face a white wall, if possible. A wall that is completely blank, with no pictures or anything. Just a plain white wall. Preferably, there should be nothing specific on the wall for you to look at. And now sit down and look at the wall and decide not to think. Decide to make your mind blank. Try to do this for 2 minutes. Just sit there and look at the wall and do not think. Can you do it? Probably not. Why not? Well, because thoughts arise. That is what happens. Thoughts just arise. And you can't make this not happen. You can't make your mind go blank for very long. Because thoughts suddenly appear and seemingly completely out of their own accord. Obviously, it wasn't you who made the thoughts come, especially since you decided when you sat down on the chair that you were just going to sit there and look at the white wall and not think. But you couldn't, could you? Why? Because it's just not possible. It's not possible for anyone, despite what they are saying. And this is not because you were doing anything wrong. No, not at all. It's because the nature of life on this planet is that thoughts just appear, all by themselves. This is the nature of the mind. It has nothing to do with us. We are not making thoughts happen. Thoughts come and go on their own. That is why this is a law. It happens to everyone. It's an impersonal phenomenon, and it's something you can observe and can confirm by yourself. And it is happening all the time to everyone in every waking hour of our life. If you watch very carefully, you can even see it happening. If you sit quietly for a while, you can actually see how a thought just arises, and you can look at it for a moment. And then what happens? Well, then the thought disappears again, all by itself. It didn't do anything in particular. And still the thoughts just goes back to wherever it came from, wherever that was. And then what happens? Well, if you're still sitting quietly and looking at the blank wall, you will notice that another thought arises again, all by itself. and all you were doing was just sitting there in the chair, looking at the wall and trying not to think. So now you know thoughts do arise and disappear. This is the truth. You have observed it for yourself. You have tested this for yourself, and you can see that this is actually happening for you. Oh, we got some action over there. Nice. Yeah. You can see that thoughts do arise in your mind and that they do disappear again. And the interesting thing is that this is going on all the time, even when you're not sitting and staring at a blank wall. You are not willing to do this make happen. In fact, you have nothing to do with it at all. The fact that thoughts arise and disappear again is completely impersonal phenomena. It just happens, and there's nothing you can do about it, and not to stop it either. Well, what about meditation? You ask. Lots of people meditate, and many meditate because they want to calm the mind and stop thinking. But does this happen? Is it possible? Well, in my experience, you can't prevent thoughts from arising. Even people who have meditated for years cannot think. It is true, though, that when you sit and meditate, you do calm down and the thought stream does slow down. But what you also notice is that when you sit and meditate and observe, thoughts still arise and disappear. Maybe at a slower rate, but the thoughts are still arise and disappear again. This is something you become very aware of when you meditate. And you can sit and watch them come and go. And of course, you get more experience at meditating. Things do slow down, and yes, you may have less thoughts arising, and you may also identify less with them and not get so attached to them anymore. But still, like I said before, thoughts do arise. You may not find yourself going off into stories and getting lost there for a while, but still, thoughts do come and go. You may also experience so-called gaps or spaces in between the thoughts because they come more slowly. But thoughts are still happening. The reality is thoughts continue to arise and disappear again because this is the nature of the mind. So if anyone tells you that meditation is about not thinking, don't believe them. Try meditating regularly yourself, and then you will see what happens. Alright, that was the first law. Let's see where we are on the storm circle. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Let's take the law number 2. The law of witnessing. There is a difference between you and your thoughts. Let me get something to drink for a second. Wonderful. Yeah, there is a difference between you, the one who is having thoughts, and the thoughts themselves. This another impersonal, universal phenomenon, and it's also true for everyone. Once someone, okay, did he come to say hi? No. Nobody came to say hi. 25 left. Once someone has pointed this out for you, you can observe this and confirm it for yourself. Oh, we got one coming for a visit. No, he didn't want a hug. Well, good thing there isn't a law against watching others play. Okay. Once someone has pointed this out for you, you can observe this and confirm it for yourself. This is why it's a law. You don't need a PhD to see this. So yes, you can observe that there is a difference between you and thoughts. And again, you can test this for yourself. So how do you do this? Well, let's take a reading about that in a second. Just gonna see if they are gonna come and say hi. Maybe he will say hi. No? Nope, not this time. Oh, look at this little build up there. Yeah. All that action and we can't even see it right now. Well, we'll be lucky to have the next circle as well. $18 people left. Oh, yes, I do. Mm-hmm. Well, back to the white wall. To test if this law you go back to your chair facing the white wall. Now sit down again and look at the white wall and just breathe and see what happens. The same thing will happen that happened the last time you sat down on the chair and looked at the white wall. Thoughts will arise and disappear. But this time I'd like you to notice something else. I'd like you to notice who or what is watching the thoughts arise and disappearing. Who or what is observing this phenomenon. Oh, and we got the new circle again. Wonderful. It's gonna be a fight around us. Immediately, when I ask you this question, you notice that you, whatever that is, are watching thoughts arise and disappear. So obviously, you cannot be the thoughts that are arising and disappearing, since you are watching them come and go. You, whatever that is, are there as thoughts arise, and you, whatever that is, are there as the thoughts disappear again. So there must be a difference between you and the thoughts. Oh, he just left. Oh, some place left. Yeah, like I said. So there must be a difference between you and the thoughts, since you, whatever that is, are still here once a thought has disappeared again. So you cannot be the thought that come and go. No, you are something else. You must be the one that is witnessing, watching and observing. You must be the witness, watcher, the observer. Watch closely what is going on as you sit there looking at the blank wall. And you will still see that this too is true. That there is a difference between you, the observer of the thoughts, and the thoughts themselves. Okay, I'm just gonna pause that for a second, because apparently we didn't get lucky and get the next storm circle. So, just put on some music and go. Well, I couldn't swim. Alrighty then. 13%. Let's continue. Nice. You are still there. When you begin to see this, you will see that you are the witness, are always there, whether you are thinking this is a good day, this is a lousy day, I have a cold, I'm feeling wonderful, I'm depressed, I'm angry, I'm tired, it doesn't make any sense. Any difference. What thoughts and feelings arise, you're still there. You, the witness, the one in who the thoughts are arising and disappearing in, you're still there. And this is very important fundamental discovery, so please test this for yourself. until you are completely convinced that you are not your thoughts. Observe and confirm this phenomenon until you can see the difference between the one who is observing, that means you, and the thoughts that come and go. Okay. Sorry. Just gotta have a little bit to drink. That is a nice place. Got a good view of everything here. Let's just go to the end. Okay. The key to freedom. This discovery that there is a difference between you and your thoughts is so important because it's the key to the freedom. This basic discovery will open the door to great insights, greater understanding, and in the end, total liberation from whatever is bothering you. So please remember this and think deeply about this law. No, uh, now why do I say this? Well, for many reasons, but mainly because most of the people today are still totally identified with their thoughts. They think they are their thoughts, and those they are run by their thoughts. Mm. And if you think you're run by their thoughts, often leading to untold suffering and disastrous consequences. But when you begin to wake up to the nature of reality and realize that there is a difference between you and your thoughts, it allows you to step back and examine your thoughts instead of being run by them. Okay? And not only does this give you a little space and a little more distance to the things that are happening in your life, this discovery can actually lead to the birth of wisdom. Or you could say this discovery is the birth of wisdom and the key to freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of your own thoughts and beliefs, and freedom from the tyranny of what you perceive to be other people's thoughts and beliefs. That is why this discovery is truly transformative. But again, don't believe me. Just keep on testing the concept that I have presented in this book and find out for yourself whether or not they are true. Once you're certain for yourself that they are true, they will begin to work the magic in your life. Alright, I know there's a lot of interruptions, but that's just how it is, I guess, when trying to achieve something here. Please like and subscribe my video if you find it interesting, and give me a point on what to read if you got something special you want me to read. We can do this, no problem. Yeah, it's nice and quiet. Okay. Well, let's continue. People left. No, 27. Reality check. Content versus context. We can call the observer in which thoughts arise context, because the observer is the field in which thoughts appear and disappear. Thoughts are simply the content of the field. Seeing the difference between context and content is enormously empowering, because when you see that the real you is not the content, you don't have to be run by it anymore. Also, seeing the difference between the observer and thoughts means you can shift your focus from identifying with content thoughts to identifying with context, the field of awareness, consciousness in which thoughts are arising. This shift in focus immediately recontextualize all events and experience when you, and as a result you're able to see things in a larger perspective. Okay. He didn't want to say hi. This is the key to understanding the compassion and lightheartedness you noticed in wise people. So, what are you? This important discovery that you are not your thoughts, but the observer of thoughts that arise and disappear. The question naturally arises, who then are you? Or even better, what are you? This is the great existential question, isn't it? So what's the answer? If you keep looking back at what is observing you, you will discover what all the great ones throughout human history have discovered, that this you that is watching and observing is conscious itself, as I said before. Him again. As I said before, this is the most basic and fundamental quality of existence. Consciousness, we find, is the ground and precondition for everything we experience in life. Without consciousness, there is no experience. If you are in doubt about this, ask yourself, are you conscious right now? And the answer is yes, of course you are. Otherwise, how could you be listening to this book while watching me in Fortnite? And the answer is yes, of course you are. Consciousness is a prior before all human activity. It must be so. Consciousness is a precondition to everything, to every experience. Consciousness is the background upon which everything unfolds and takes place. Consciousness is the fuel of awareness, the ultimate reality, the context in which all content, all thoughts, feelings, and sensations arise and disappear. Reality check. Who are you? You can identify with consciousness itself or with the content of consciousness, your thoughts. Identifying with consciousness itself is the direct route to the ultimate reality, the shelf. Okay. That was 2 laws we just read through. So, how many people left? We got 20. And where is the circle? Alrighty then. Let's get a bit of bigger perspective. Yeah. Oh, and the Island King. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Law number 3. The law of naming. Oh. Let's just see how they are doing before continuing. Guess he rather wanted to go to the island. No. So, hope your day is going to be a wonderful day, and I will continue the reading for tomorrow, and this will be my final match reading for today. Or maybe tonight. I truly don't know what the time will be if I'll get on tonight. Damn, I wish we could have Kevin Hart in the game as well. That would be awesome. Oh, yeah. Just what I thought we needed to move. Just gonna take a little bit of a listen to some music while we walk. Maybe we should sit there. No. That storm is too fast for me. Okay, where can I sit? I can sit over here. I prefer sitting by the tree. That's just more joyful. Yeah, let's sit by the tree. So yeah, like said before, if you got a special book or some passage in a book or something you want me to read, well, text it for me, so I I will listen to and read all the suggestions, and yeah, it might be your book I will start reading. Oh, I need to go to circle. Nope. I do not. Well, thank you everybody for watching. It was enjoyable. Stay safe out in the big, big world, and don't hold back liking and subscribing.